This is my review of Spider-Man No Way Home. Now basically this movie is a love letter to all Spider-Man fans. Everyone who loved the previous two versions of Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. And we see that this movie is because this is basically a multiverse movie. It involves the two previous Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland Spider-Man. So basically you have three Spider-Mans in this movie. So Spider-Man, I'm not sure which one is correct in this movie. And you have all the previous villains, the good ones in this movie. You have people like Doc Ock, Sandman, Lizard, Green Goblin, Electro. You see all these villains in this movie. Now there's no Spider-Man, there's no villain specific to Tom Holland Spider-Man, but it's a pretty packed movie, so this is more than enough. I mean, would I have liked to see Venom in there? Sure. If they had Venom in there, they could have made it into a Sinister Six group with all three Spider-Man fighting against the Sinister Six, which would be awesome, but they didn't put him in there, probably because of contractual reasons with Sony and something. But this was overall a great movie. Now the movie, you see Tom Holland Spider-Man trying to fix things about people knowing his identity, secret identity from the previous movie. And you see him going to Doctor Strange for help, and Doctor Strange uses an ancient spell, but Peter keeps interrupting him to make changes to the spell, and it causes a problem with the spell, and it ends up opening rifts in the multiverse, in which the previous Spider-Man villains all show up. You see Green Goblin showing up first, then Doc Ock, and they all think that this version of Peter is their version of Peter because he's wearing the suit, but he has a modified suit, but they don't really notice it that much, except for Doc Ock. And in this movie, Tom Holland learns from Doctor Strange that all these bad guys were meant to die in their universe. It was inevitable, and Peter doesn't want that to happen. He wants to try and save them, and so he tries to work with the villains and fix all their problems so that they no longer become villains, and so they can return their timelines and lead normal lives. But there's one problem with that, considering that these villains are all supposedly plucked from their timelines or universes right before they were about to die. So even if he fixes them and sends them back, wouldn't they die anyway? Not sure what the point of that is. But anyway, that's the storyline. Him working together with all these guys to fix their problems, which is a great thing to see. All these previous Spider-Man villains from different universes working together with Spider-Man. But Green Goblin goes nuts because he has some the stuff that made him Green Goblin messes with his head, and then Peter's aunt dies, which is a new twist considering that normally in Spider-Man movies it's only the uncle dies, and this time the aunt dies, Aunt May dies, and then he feels lost, and then the other and his friends MJ and then his girlfriend and his friend managed to bring Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, who are just wandering around Tom Holland's Spider-Man city, and then together they go find Tom Holland Spider-Man, and they console him about what it means to be a Spider-Man. And then you have an epic final fight scene where all three Spider-Man face off against the Sinister Five, I guess, in this scenes, which is pretty awesome fight. You see them teaming up, doing Spider-Man things. They're fighting on top of a giant building that's under construction. Oh yeah, and Doctor Strange is trapped in another universe by Spider-Man, which is a little hilarious considering Spider-Man has no powers. and Doctor Strange shows up at the end of the movie, right after all the Spider-Man work together to cure the remaining people who had the remaining people of their powers and turn them back to normal. And then ripping them, and as soon as the fighting's over, the multiverse rips open, and seems like every villain that Spider-Man's ever faced in the comics is about to come through. At least that's what Doctor Strange is insinuating. And Tom Holland Spider-Man decides the only way to stop it is to make everyone forget about him. So Doctor Strange does that, and everyone forgets him, which is a little sad, considering that when everyone forgets him, he no longer has anyone. It's all by himself. His aunt is dead, his mentor's dead. So yeah, that's a little, it seems a little harsh to end the Spider-Man that way. But yeah, so the cracks in the multiverse are restored. At least we thought it was restored, but this is the multiverse saga, so it's probably not restored. And then Tom Holland's on his own. He's no longer going to college because no one remembers him. He just moves into a tiny apartment. No more Iron Spider suit. No friends, no family. And he's gonna be a regular Spider-Man. The Spider-Man that we all know from the comics. A street level fighter without any help from big heroes. Now, overall, this is a good movie. Now, obviously, this is not the end of Tom Holland's Spider-Man, because this wouldn't be a right way to end it. And there's a Spider-Man 4 that's going to be coming out, and I'm looking forward to that. But overall, this is a good movie. Now, story-wise, it's not that exciting or intriguing, but the fact that we got all these previous characters beloved characters from the previous Spider-Man franchise coming together, and the three Spider-Man sharing a screen together, just makes it worth it. It's a great movie for anyone who loves Spider-Man. Now, anyone who doesn't know about it, it's an okay movie, but for everyone else, it's a great movie. So yeah, that's my review of Spider-Man No Way Home.